Over the last 20 years, I have worked with thousands of mothers. And while every family is different, I have found that there are three truths that make motherhood dramatically easier. Not because they make your child easier, not because they eliminate hard moments, but because they change how you experience those hard moments. Before we jump in, I want you to know something though. In my experience, what makes motherhood feel so hard isn't usually the chaos of our children, or the long to-do lists, or the lack of space, or being needed all the time. It's actually the beliefs that we bring into motherhood with us. We've been taught that our child's emotions are our responsibility, that we have to keep everyone happy, that if our child struggles with separation, we've somehow done something wrong. Those beliefs create so much unnecessary suffering. The three truths that I'm sharing with you today replace those myths with something that's actually true. So the next time you find yourself overwhelmed, wondering if you're getting it wrong or feeling pulled in 10 different directions, I want you to come back to these three truths. They will help you find your footing again. Let's start with the first one. So truth number one, your child's emotions are not a problem to solve. This might be the biggest shift you ever make as a parent. Most of us believe our job is to make our children feel better, to make them happy. They're crying, we problem solve. They're frustrated, we fix. They're disappointed, we distract. But feelings were never the problem. Feelings are just information. And when we stop treating emotions like emergencies, we stop parenting from panic. So instead of asking, how do I make this feeling go away? We begin asking, how can I stay with my child while they are having this feeling? That one shift changes everything, because secure attachment, that deep and healthy bond that we want, is not built by eliminating difficult emotions. It's built by helping your child discover that they can move through them and survive, all without being alone. So that brings me to the second truth. Truth number two, you have one ball in the air: your nervous system. One of the biggest mistakes I see moms make is believing they have to keep all the balls in the air all the time. The house, the laundry, the birthday party, the meals, the to-do list, your child's feelings, your partner's needs, work. I mean, it feels like you are juggling 25 different balls every single day. But here's the truth. You only have one: your nervous system, because the steadier you are on the inside, the easier it becomes to move through everything that's happening on the outside. Notice I didn't say that those other things go away. I mean, they don't, obviously. The laundry still needs to get done. Your child still has big feelings. Life is still very full. But when your nervous system is grounded, you think more clearly. You respond instead of react. You become more patient and more flexible and more able to handle whatever the day brings. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, don't ask yourself, how do I keep all these balls in the air? Instead, ask, how do I steady the one ball that matters most? Because when your nervous system settles, everything else becomes easier to carry. Before I go on, is this resonating? If so, take just 1 second and subscribe. On this feed, I make sure you never feel alone and have quick and accessible answers to the most common challenges in motherhood. And that brings me to the third truth. Truth number three, healthy connection requires separation. This one surprises almost every mom I work with. Somewhere along the way, we've been taught that secure attachment, again, that healthy and strong bond, means always being together. And it doesn't. Secure attachment is built through a rhythm of separation and reunion. You leave, you come back. Your child gets upset, you help them reconnect. That's the rhythm. And in fact, every healthy relationship your child will ever have is built on this pattern. School and friendships and sleepovers and college, eventually adult relationships. Learning to separate and reconnect is one of the most important developmental skills of childhood. The goal is not to prevent separation. The goal is to help your child discover that separation is survivable and that connection is still waiting for them when you come back. So if drop-off is hard, if bedtime is hard, if saying goodbye is hard, it doesn't automatically mean you are doing something wrong. It may simply mean your child is learning one of life's most important relationship skills. The question isn't, how do I stop my child from feeling this? Or even, how do I separate from my child less? The question is, how can I stay steady enough to help my child discover that our relationship is strong enough to handle that separation? Because that's what secure attachment is. It's not the absence of separation. It's the deep trust that your relationship is strong enough to move through separation and find each other again. Motherhood doesn't become easier because your child stops having big feelings. It doesn't become easier because you've figured out how to keep all the balls in the air. And it doesn't become easier because you've eliminated eliminated moments of separation. Motherhood becomes easier when you stop fighting the very things that are meant to be a part of it, when you stop treating your child's emotions like problems to solve, when you realize the only ball you have to keep in the air is your own nervous system, and when you begin to trust that healthy connection isn't created by avoiding separation, it's created by moving through separation and finding each other again. Those three truths change everything. If this video resonated for you, I think you will also enjoy my next video, and I'm going to link it right here. More on attachment, more on healthy parenting, more on finding the joy and connection that you have always wanted during this very busy time.